Hello again, everyone. I'm real happy to take another look at this potential Sasquatch I'm calling Fernie Sasquatch. There's been some very constructive criticism on this potentially being a root ball, which is very valid, and I'm very happy to hear that. As long as we're talking constructive criticism, I'd like to point out a few other things that I've seen with this particular photograph that lead me to believe it is potentially not a root ball. So first thing we're going to look at here is the rocks everywhere. This is the Rocky Mountains. This is British Columbia. We get our soil trucked in from a province away because there's rocks in all the soil. There are no rocks in this uprooted root ball, which is very perplexing to me. Now this is the comparison here that we're going to see. What made me think this was potentially a Sasquatch. This is a real Sasquatch on the right. That's my footage. That's a real organic moving Sasquatch. And there's so many similarities. The leaning forward, the head size, the body shape, the shoulder width, the arms, so many similarities. The Sasquatch and the Fernie Sasquatch, however, he's got his arms up like he's potentially, the eyewitnesses told me that the Sasquatch is sitting there with his back to him and potentially, eating something. So his arms would be at the right length for that. So, as we look around, apparently there's a creek there that's making a lot of noise. The man that took this photo just was terrified. Took the photo, alleges that he just got out of there as fast as he could. And I'm just seeing a lot of things that could potentially lead me to believe this could be the back of a Sasquatch. So now we're gonna zoom in here a little bit and have a look at a few more things. Even remember, like the shoulder width. Now this is the comparison. That's 2 inches, and I know that from the Rocky Mountain Douglas pine needle that's there. So now we'll go to bring 2 inches up onto his back, and even we'll pop up the 6 inches. And that 6 inches, you'll see, actually measures out to the tree that's on the right-hand side of this potential Sasquatch's arm. And this is the tree, and if that is the root of the tree as illustrated here, then that is not a tree root, a tree bulb, whatever you want to call it. So, and the proportions of this Sasquatch, which was also very significant to me, this is 6 feet approximately here based on my measurements. That is the size of a Sasquatch. When we turn this piece around in a second, you're going to see that's the approximate width of a true Sasquatch. Now, what is a root ball doing the size and width proportions of a Sasquatch? And the answer is, it makes this potentially a Sasquatch. He's been alleged to be sitting down, is what the eyewitness told me. And, here's a real Sasquatch again. This is a real legitimate, I know this is a Sasquatch. So you can obviously see the similarities. And, let's talk about this some more. Is it a root ball? Potentially. Is it a Sasquatch? Potentially. And that's all this is about, is to have a constructive criticisms and learn from each other. And thank you for paying attention and watching this video.